Very good. And also, I know some Chinese students that got some like old opinion. It's like, okay, whenever they speak English, they're like, okay, my vocabulary is not big enough. Give me some time. I'll go back to maybe lock myself in a library in a classroom to memorize 10,000 words. When I'm able to memorize or remember 10,000 words, when suddenly I'll be able to speak fluent English. Is that true?
No. No. So it's great to know vocabulary. It's great to expand your vocabulary, but you would want to do it for a reason and a context. So I encourage students who want to expand their vocabulary to still keep trying with the vocabulary they have. And it's only then, so if you interact with people and you want to improve your vocabulary, talk to people who have a little bit of a better vocabulary. And it's while you're talking to them, you're going to hear the words that they use, and you'll understand what words you might want to know and how to use them.
Exactly.
Because the hard thing is if you just memorize vocabulary, you don't speak in that way. I mean, we don't speak in lists of vocabulary, right?
Exactly,
we speak in phrases and sentences.
Exactly.
So the only way to truly learn vocabulary is to know how to use it. It's not just do you know the word and the definition, you need to know how to use it. And so that's where it's so important for you to get out and try. So I very much discourage people from memorizing vocabulary and instead go out. Either it doesn't need to be speaking, it could be reading. You could read a new book and then you find a new word and you can look at it that way.
Yeah.
But then you have a context, a way that it's used, and it helps you learn better.
Exactly. So vocabulary cannot be learned like separately. It has to be in a context,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When it's in a context, it has a specific meaning. Then you know how it's used in the context in a sentence.
Exactly, but also trust yourself to guess the meaning first. That's something we love to teach students to do. So if you read it in a sentence or hear it in a conversation, think about what we were talking about or what you're reading, and make a guess about whether, first thing is does the word have a positive, negative, or neutral meaning? And even just being able to guess that tells you something about your ability to understand the overall meaning of the sentence and the word. And so it's a really good skill to guess. And here's why. Not only because you can't always pick up your smartphone or look up a dictionary, look up a word in a dictionary in the moment. So that's the practical reason. The other reason is English is my first language, and I still hear words I don't know, and I can't look them up. Oh yeah. So you need the ability to guess the meaning of words, and we all do it all the time when you think about it. I mean, sometimes you might read a newspaper article or a book, right?
Definitely, yeah.
And you really, in your own language, you usually either skip over the word, you think, oh, that's probably this or that, and you keep reading, right? But for some reason, with language learners, we think we need to look up every single word, when really that's not how we relate to our language.
Yes, yes.
So I really encourage people to guess the meaning of words first, and only start looking up a word if you see it a lot.
Exactly.
Or you've heard it before and you think, oh, I want to be able to use that word.
Yes,
then look it up to make sure. But often you can guess the meaning and you're fine.
Yeah, so if you hear that word again, you know that's frequently used, right?
Exactly.
It's kind of like you see someone's wearing good clothes, okay? Again, oh, that's popular.
Exactly.
That's in fashion, I want to have that too.
Exactly. Well, that's why the approach of memorizing lists to my mind, isn't really effective.
Yeah.
But you hear words that you want to be able to use, and then you can focus on those words.
Exactly, yeah. And also, when you guess the words right, that helps you gradually build your confidence.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. It builds your confidence. It builds your confidence not only in your ability to guess a word, but your ability to understand the overall meaning of any interaction.
Yeah.
And that's really what's important, right? Is that you can understand the general meaning.
Yes.
Whether or not you understand every single word someone says, as long as you understand the general meaning, that's the point.
Yeah.
And then that gives you more confidence to keep going out and talking to more people. And over time, you're going to pick up all these words.
Exactly.
But it's a little bit by little bit. Yeah.
And you have to enjoy doing so.
Exactly.
Right.